Hello to our K3 boys and girls. I hope you're ready to start today's lesson. So let's jump straight into our learning. Today is Tuesday the 30th of March 2021. Today's lesson we're going to be learning how to use these two words a bit more effectively. You probably already heard them many times, but how to use them correctly is very important. So let's talk about some of the rules about using this or that. This, that. Can you practice saying these words with teacher first? Remember when we see the TH sound, you need to kind of bite your tongue just a little bit. The. Alright. The. It's more about the air going out your mouth than it is about any sounds out of your voice. The. If you bite your tongue just a little bit, it should be easy to do. This. 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 That. That. This. That. This. That. Make sure you practice saying the sounds out loud, or else you can make many mistakes. So let me erase this quickly. The first rule about using this and that, let me just make sure my camera's correct, yes, is that when we see the word this, or when we see the word that, or even if we are using it, we're only ever allowed to use it to speak about one thing. This and that simply helps you to remember one. Later on in grade 1 and a little bit at the end of K3, we'll learn about the plural forms when we use it for two, these and those, but don't worry about that just yet. The first lessons we're focusing on is singulars, ones. Okay, this is a black marker. Easy. Okay, so when we are speaking about that or this, always remember it has to do with one. Okay, it is going to be one person, one animal, or one thing. Maybe even one place. Because these are our nouns. Okay, the correct word for this, and you'll learn it more in grade 1, is called a demonstrative pronoun. Okay, it helps us to demonstrate or to show where something is. Okay. And again, pronoun helps us to work with our nouns. The things that we can see, the things that we can touch. Our people, animals like dogs and cats, things like markers, boards and walls, or places like a school or a hospital. Okay. And remember, if we speak about this or that, it has to be one. Only ever one. One. Remember that. So first rule. Okay, let's keep going. Before we get on, there's some new words that when we read in our workbook that you'll need to know them later on. So let's practice these words first. Remember, teacher first and you second. The first word, near. 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 And word number 2, far. Far. Near. Far. Near. Far. Okay. When you see the words near or far, again, this is an adjective of distance, and it helps us to know where things are. For example, the red marker is very near to me. And the blue marker, can I touch it? No, I cannot. The blue marker is very far. If it's near, that means it is close, so close that I can touch it. If it's far or very far, now the blue marker is very far away from me. Okay, We're going to have to learn a little bit about how to use the words near and far as we go through English, but I think you already know how to understand what they mean. Is it close to me, or is it far away from me? Once we know those words, we can look at rule number 2 for this and that. So the first rule tells us the number 1, only ever speaking about one thing. Let's read our sentences on the board. This is a ball. So boys and girls, when we see the word this, look at the picture. Do you see the arrow? The boy is here, it's a little bit of space, and here is the ball. So he is very near the ball. That is what the word this tells me. It tells me that is close. This is a red marker. That is a blue marker. Okay, I try and remember that that is the one that I must point with. That. Alright, if we cannot touch it, we must use that. Okay, if it is close enough within my arm's reach, or just out of my arm's reach, maybe I cannot reach red, but I can still say this is a red marker, that is a blue marker. Okay, we have to talk about them and who's closer or who is the farthest away. So, this is a ball. And if we look at it in a picture form, we'll see usually the ball is very close to the boy. Okay, let's look at the next one. That is a ball. The same sentence, but one word is changed. We already know it's only one ball because that's my rule. This ball, that ball. That is a ball. Here we have the boy. And now it's very, very far away. Here is the ball. You see, near, far. So wherever you are, try to remember those. Near to me, far away. Okay, that is a ball. Again, that's my pointing one. It is so far away, I cannot really reach it. That is a ball. This is a ball. So that's your first rule. Tells me the number 1. Rule number 2 tells me, is it near or is it far? This, close. That, far. Let me show you. If I put the red marker here and the blue marker here, you can see them nicely. I'm in the middle. I can say, this is a red marker and this is a blue marker because they're still so close that I can touch them. But if I stand here, this is a red marker. That is a blue marker. Remember, we use that if it is far away. We can change it again. If I stand here, this is a blue marker. That is a red marker. So try your best to remember that. This, if it is near to us, and that if it is far from us. That's rule number 2. So rule number 1 shows me the number 1. Rule number 2 tells me if it is near or far. The last piece, rule number 3, these 2 words is the best friends for this and that. If we are speaking, or if we are reading, or if we are writing, it does not matter. After the word this, you will have is, Sometimes you will just have this is, but it doesn't sound right. This is marker. Okay, boys and girls, trust me, that is incorrect English. Always, always, always. After this must be is up. This is up. Shows me 1, and is shows me it's true. Okay, If I wanted to say the statement is false, we can say this is not a ball. And I can draw this square. This is not a ball. But don't worry about positive and negatives for now. Just remember the rules. This and that, 1. This near, that far. And remember, after this and that must always have is a. This is a ball. That is a marker. You will always have these two with the words this or that. And if you can remember that now, that's great. This is a bit more about the grade 1 side of it, where we get deeper into the rules. So make sure you think carefully about when and how you will be using these things. If we want to speak about things that are close to us, okay, we use this. And if I want to talk about a thing that is far from me, I use that. Later on in the semester, when we do Unit 4, I will teach you about how we use them in the plural. These are markers. Those are markers. Okay, but we'll learn about that a little bit more at a later stage. If you want to practice the rules or the words adding some more, please rewind the video and watch it one more time. That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video, boys and girls. Bye!